you ever wondered why these high performers and these people achieving these great things are so disciplined, but you can't be disciplined for a week? In this video, I'm going to show you these 7 simple steps that you're probably missing to become the most disciplined person in the world. Because remember, discipline is absolutely everything. First, let's define discipline. In my opinion, discipline is doing the same productive things over and over again, day by day, to get a desired outcome or goal that you were trying to achieve. And it's not going to always be things you want to do, but it's things you have to do to get where you want to go. First, let's talk about perspective and the concept of hindsight now. So I like to think about this all the time in terms of discipline in the day. So I like to envision myself 20 years in the future and say, how would that person think about me today? Would he be disappointed or would he be happy? And he'd be very disappointed if I wasn't disciplined at all, I wasn't consistent, and I was just going through life aimlessly, not having any purpose. And I know that's harsh, but it's kind of the reality that we need to face in this world, or we're never going to get where we want to go. Thinking about your future self 20 years older than you are today is going to anchor you in the present and going to allow you to stay more disciplined because you don't want to let that person down. You do not want to look back in 20 years and say, damn, I could have done so much more. And that all starts with discipline. So have that mindset shift and that mental framework day to day, and you're going to be well on your way to building that mindset that's unstoppable and you just stay as disciplined as possible. Tip number 2, in order to be disciplined, you must have goals. You must have something you're striving for, whether that goal be small or big. I definitely recommend having small goals for your day-to-day, but having massive goals to strive for so you have a lifetime worth of discipline. We see this time and time again with people being inconsistently consistent, and we don't want this to be you. This is because they're motivated for a month or 2, and then they fall off. Discipline is motivation for a lifetime. And that doesn't mean being obsessive every single second of the day, but just stacking days over time. You can still hang out, you can still chill, but you want to just create discipline every single day to get you towards your goals and not fall off completely. So many people fall off completely, and this cannot be you. The reason we want to set massive goals like creating financial freedom for our families, losing 100 pounds, bringing a company public is because it's going to set us up every single day to be disciplined, because you can't achieve any of that without a ton of discipline and a ton of consistency. So sit down right now, write massive goals, and then backtrack and see what you need to do every single day to hit that goal. Tip number 3, envisioning greatness. Seeing greatness so clearly in your mind that you know nothing can stop you but you. You know those days where you're laying in bed, doubting yourself early in the morning, saying you can't do it, saying you want an easy life. Why did I choose to go after these goals? It's going to be so difficult. This is where discipline comes in and not motivation. The person that relies on motivation is just going to give up and quit. They're not going to go through the simple steps that it takes to get out of that rut. They're just going to quit. They're going to give in. They're going to go onto the couch. They're going to eat a bag of Lay's potato chips. And then they're going to be inconsistently consistent for the rest of their lives. This cannot be you. The moment you feel this is the moment you say, nope, this is the time I need to bear down and get after it. You tell that little devil on the shoulder to go fuck himself, and you keep going because you are an unstoppable force and no one's going to stop you. Remember guys, every single action you take matters and causes you momentum to catapult you to where you want to go. Momentum is absolutely huge and a massive piece of the puzzle in terms of discipline. I like to think about this in terms of habit stacking. So we're going to create a routine that's super beneficial to us and it gets us to where we want to go, right? And this is going to come through a lot of different variables, which we'll get through later in the video, but you're going to start habit stacking. I like to wake up every single morning, get sunlight, get my breakfast, get my supplements in, and work out. If I can get those tasks done, I will absolutely hammer the day without a doubt. And then if people are trying to derail you from that routine, have the ability to say no. Say, no, I can't help you move today. I need to do this because I need to get where I want to go. That's discipline. Unfortunately, that seems harsh to others, but not to you because you want to get to a big place. And it's not fair to you and your goals if you don't have that routine every single morning to set you up for a productive day. That's why getting movement or working out in the morning is so key, because it releases endorphins in your brain that signals to your body that it's time to go, time to get after it. So definitely create a routine that sets you up so you can have discipline throughout the day. Tip number 4 is going to be main character syndrome. I'm a massive believer that you can't have discipline if you don't have confidence in yourself and where you're going. Confidence is something that is so massive for discipline. Most people, whether they know it or not, in their subconscious mind, are afraid to be disciplined, are afraid to be consistent because they're afraid of the success that may come. This cannot be you. You will get so much confidence from your routine if you just start. And remember guys, these things take a long time. Over 8 to 10 years, you are going to create such an unbreakable mindset through your disciplined routine that you're going to be able to handle everything. So don't make the excuse that you don't want to be disciplined because you're afraid of what will come in the future. Be disciplined, be dialed, and you will be ready for all the success and abundance that comes your way. And I love this concept of main character system that Joe Rogan talks about. He talks about how you are going to act like you are being filmed by a film crew every single day. And every single step and action that you take is going to be documented and created. So people are going to see exactly what you're doing on the day-to-day to get towards your goals. So are you going to take the easy route? Or are you going to go easy on some days, go hard on other days because people are watching? Are you going to base your decisions in life off of motivation? No. You're going to base your decisions in life off of discipline because you know where you want to go, because you have these massive goals. Even if you don't feel like doing it, shit guys, you're not going to feel like doing it most of the time. You need to do it. And even if you don't feel like doing it, the moment you start doing the certain thing, whether it be exercise, working on your business, etc., you are going to start building momentum and get into that flow state and feel so much better and be like, damn, I am so glad I started that task and now I know why I'm so disciplined, because I want to get to where I want to go. And you might be sitting there saying, well, I don't have the confidence. I don't know what routine to start. I don't know how to do this. It's going to be scary. Yes, of course it's going to be scary, but just start. Fail a ton. Develop a routine that works best for you, and you're going to have routines that suck. And you're going to cross them off and you're going to improve them. And you're just going to keep going, and that's life, right? You just can't stop. Every single day is going to be a consistent force, and you're going to be super disciplined, and you're going to learn so much. You can learn through books and videos, etc., but really walking the walk is going to make you an unstoppable force. And now some action steps so you can really start to develop discipline and not just kind of have this notion in your head of discipline versus motivation. And the first thing is going to be create an environment that sets you up for discipline. For example, we don't want to surround ourselves with people who eat poorly and don't exercise if we're trying to lose a ton of weight or do something crazy physically. That external environment that you're constantly around, whether you believe it or not, is subconsciously affecting your mind, and you are getting slightly pulled into that direction of bullshit. So definitely step away from that as much as possible. And if you can't step away from that environment, try to zone it out as much as possible and separate yourself from those people. And another way to develop discipline is to not have junk food in the house so you don't eat it. You're going to start to really notice quickly that, oh, if it's not around, I'm not going to eat it. And maybe these people that don't eat junk food aren't these juggernauts of human beings that are just unstoppable forces. They just don't have junk food in the house, so they don't have that hunger for it, and that's why they can stay so disciplined. So you're going to start to notice that these things will start to really compound if one, you're not around it, and two, you're constantly making an effort to improve it. So that's why I always talk about creating systems that work best for you. Because if you're going to try to accomplish something big and the system that you're following or the environment that you're around is not conducive to what you want to do, then you're never going to be able to achieve your goals. So you want to make it as easy as possible for you, because the journey to get your massive goals is already hard enough. So really focus on dialing in that external environment and creating an environment that's super beneficial for you and your goals. And then tip number 6 is going to be measure progress, because what gets measured gets improved. And you seeing that progress compound day after day after day is going to be massive for your discipline. You're not going to need that motivation. Oh, Drew, how do you get motivated? How do you stay so motivated in the gym? I'm never motivated. I am absolutely motivated probably 3% of the time. And it all comes down to discipline and desire to achieve a massive outcome in the future. And I love what I do. I don't need a massive adrenaline spike to get me going. I just need to see progress every single day. I'm obsessed with progress. I love it so much in seeking human performance and just leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. And that all comes from staying in the day, tracking everything you do so you can measure progress and see yourself building over time, and creating routines that work best for you. The moment you start measuring progress, whether it be in the gym, through the Whoop, fitness trackers, tracking your resting heart rate, or your finances, tracking how much money you're making a month, or tracking how much money you're spending a month, things are going to start to improve. And that's going to only reinforce the discipline that you have. It's not going to be motivation anymore. You're going to start to understand that discipline is just doing the things that you need to do to get where you want to go. And the last piece of the puzzle is going to be have fun. Well, Drew, that doesn't sound like so much fun. It doesn't really sound like it's a lot of fun doing these mundane tasks over and over again to get where you want to go. And no, trust me, it is. Once you see yourself compounding over time and leveling up, it's the most fun and beautiful thing in the world, and you will never go back. You just need to give yourself 3 months to really start honing in this stuff, and you will see what I mean. If you're constantly inconsistently consistent, you're never going to see the compounding effects of progress and discipline. And trust me, it's the most fun thing in the world, being different and winning. And like Jocko says, discipline equals freedom. If you have discipline 80 to 90% of the time, you're going to have so much more success in life, in your friendships, in your relationships, etc. You're going to have financial freedom. You're going to look better. You're going to have better relationships with everyone because you're focusing on yourself and you're able to give more to them and to the world. You're going to be able to go to the movies or go out to dinner and not have to worry about the bill, not have to worry about, oh, am I going to gain some more weight today because I ate some popcorn at the movies? No, I had 6 days of training, 6 days of working hard. I had a great week. I deserve this. I earn it. Or if you're going to go and pay for 4 people for dinner, you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have enough money on my debit card. I don't have enough money on my credit card. I can't pay for it. No, you're going to have all that financial freedom because you've stacked up this discipline over time. And it's going to compound and compound and compound. And then you're going to realize, wow, why did I never start in the first place? And the key is just starting and not being consistently inconsistent and not feeling bad about yourself. You are worthy. You are so worthy. You can get whatever you want in this life. You just need to be a confident ass person and believe it. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time. So guys, you just need to start and understand that this stuff takes time. But if you do start and you do start to be a more disciplined person, you are going to unlock so much in your life. And I can't wait to see it all unfold for you guys. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I'm finishing up this video here. I'm definitely going to do a lot more videos like this in the future. I really like this style. I really like sharing it with you. So I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.